Okay, so here I am today. I'm in Brea, California, North Orange County. And we've got two subversives here who are lying to the public, claiming that activists here in the state of California are trying to lie to people. We're really trying to get rid of Josh Newman. They're claiming that the efforts to get rid of Josh Newman are actually that the people who are trying to recall him are lying and that it's a hoax, and that's not fair. Josh Newman voted for the gas tax hike. Josh Newman voted to turn California into a sanctuary state. And now they're out here intimidating people when they want to sign the petition to recall Josh Newman. That's very offensive to me. I want Josh Newman gone. This man shouldn't have even won. Voter fraud's the only reason that he got over. So, what's your name?
Russ.
Russ, Arthur. Thanks. So you don't know John Paul White?
No.
He's the one who invited me to be here. You're welcome to follow me. I hope you do. Because I want everybody to see that you're one of the people who's intimidating people not to sign the petition to get rid of Newman. That's very offensive to me. I saw what they did. There was a couple of gay Democrats going after gay Republicans. That's really offensive.
Well,
John White?
What's going on, man?
Hey.
I've seen you around, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I know you are.
They're trying to stop people from recalling Newman. Isn't that disgusting?
These guys over here. I know.
Where, let me go with you really quick because I'm trying to find who they are. I'm looking for John White. That's kind of weird. I beat him here. I'm not used to that. So. Hey.
How are you?
I'm good.
So glad.
Are you John?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
This lady's evil. Oh, she's crazy, dude.
That's okay. I just took on the crazy black lady last night. So why do you harass people and not allow them to sign the recall? Why are you doing that? Why won't you talk to me? Is that light supposed to intimidate me? It's not working. I had a lady with the flashlight shining it in my face. So I want everybody, this is one of the people, she's hiding her face right now, but I'll get her in a minute. She's running away from me for some reason. I don't know why. Why are you lying to the people going in and out of this Walmart here? They have a right to know. They have a right to recall Josh Newman, who voted to raise our gas tax and our car tax, and he voted to allow to turn California into a sanctuary state for illegals. You support that? $3 million is a drop in the bucket compared to the amount of money that's being taken from taxpayers. Are you guys the recall people too?
We're trying to recall.
Please. I wish I could sign, but I don't live in the district. And, you know, unlike Democrats, I don't think dead people and illegals and, you know, non-residents should be signing off on stuff. So, everybody who's watching this, whether it's 50 or 500, I do not care. The fact of the matter is we need as much help as possible here in North Orange County, in Southwest San Bernardino, and Northeast LA County. That's where the 29th State Senate District is located. We need to get rid of Josh Newman. He's the first of many targets that we can recall in the state of California. This man won by voter fraud. This man didn't win this election fair and square. Ling Ling Chang should be in the state Senate right now. I don't think people put up enough of a fight to ensure that the vote was actually legitimate. It wasn't. We need to do everything we can to get rid of bad legislators. I know you're working on that really quickly. I understand that they called the police. Is this true?
I wasn't here for that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's outrageous. Well, let me see what they have to say about that. Okay, would you explain to me why you called the police on law-abiding citizens who were trying to gather signatures? Why did you do that? Why did you call the police on law-abiding citizens who are allowed to petition the government for a redress of grievances, who by state law are permitted to recall state senators and other legislators? Why did you do that? I'm allowed to record you. Too bad. Public place. Deal with it. You can repeat that 1,000 times. Just like, go ahead.
I will.
Go ahead.
I will.
And then I can ask the police why you harassed law-abiding citizens. I'm still waiting for an answer. So let me see here. $3 million to hold a special election. Everybody, that is a drop in the bucket compared to what Josh Newman is ripping off from hardworking Americans, hardworking Californians. How many of you want to pay a higher gas tax? How many of you want to pay a higher car tax? Josh Newman is supposed to be a star for veterans, but this guy voted to turn California into a sanctuary state for illegal aliens. I live in Los Angeles County, Los Angeles County has the largest population of homeless veterans in the country. And yet Josh Newman voted to allow illegals to stay in the state of California even after they've committed serious crimes. So I really don't understand that. Let's see here. Don't sign the misleading recall petition. Now, wait a second here. Josh Newman misled the voters here in this district, and it was practically voter fraud that got him elected. The voter turnout was unprecedented in the number of ballots, especially provisional ones, that ended up in the final tally. Ling Ling Chang was about 3,000 votes ahead on election day, and then all of a sudden Josh Newman wins by 1,000 votes. Now, how is that possible? Fact is, we've got a serious voter fraud problem in the state of California, and that's how Josh Newman got elected. It's a public concourse. She threatened to call the police on me too.
Yeah, well, she did on me, and she went over and took a picture of my license plate and follows me around.
Isn't that harassment?
And then we were signing, and she thought that something was illegal.
She was harassing citizens,
so
right?
On our table.
Suddenly she doesn't want to talk. We got another runner.
And then she
got another runner.
She wanted to take pictures of all the stuff because she thought it was.
Wait a minute, she was taking.
And I asked her not to touch it, and she refused and kept doing it.
Oh, is that right? So wait a minute. Yeah. She was taking pictures of you without your permission, but she doesn't want to be recorded?
Then she started taking stuff off the table, and I asked her not, and she continued.
You treat your kids like that? Do you act like that in front of children? I hope you don't have kids. Okay, so this is the recall to get rid of Newman?
Yes.
Awesome. Recall Newman. Josh Newman rips off taxpayers. Josh Newman loves illegals. He voted for sanctuary state, puts your kids in danger. You got to really hammer that, guys. He voted for SB 54.
Yeah, we know.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And single payer. And
single payer is dead for the year. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I just wrote about that today.
I read about that yesterday.
Thank God.
Thank God.
They're not going to bring it back.
$400 billion on the $200
They're nuts.
billion budget.
They could tax everybody 100% and not pay for it.
Work, dude. I see you everywhere.
What's your name?
Chris.
Chris. You live here in Brea?
San Diego, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There you go. We got everybody here.
Long time,
People had invited me to come to Yorba, but I think Carl would prefer me being here anyway. So that's fine.
I gotcha.
Recall Josh Newman. Sign the petition. Recall Newman.
You guys want to sign a petition to help stop the car tax?
Okay. Petition for recall. Where's the gas recall, though?
It's just the same thing. So what it is...
It is the same thing?
So you're recalling Josh Newman. That way you can send a message to the guys up north. We take out the weakest link, and then we send a message to them and let them know that we're going to come and get the next one, and then the next one until they recall the gas tax, because we're strong as a people.
Okay. So, I mean, is that what they're saying right there is a phony gas tax?
Well,
recall.
We have to get rid of Josh Newman. What we're doing is the first step to get rid of the weakest link. We're trying to get rid of the supermajority, which is by getting rid of Josh Newman.
Is it legal to do this?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the guy that...
okay.
Carl DeMaio, the guy, you know Carl.
I do,
oh,
sure.
Man, that guy's
he's doing stuff.
Yeah, man, he's a mover and a shaker.
Okay. So,
yeah, you got to take the weakest link out.
So, and then we can go after Susan Silva.
Here we go. Next one, the next one.
I'd like...
the next one.
It'd be nice if you guys...
stop the car and gas taxes where he's trying
recall Newman. Josh Newman raised our gas taxes.
Yeah.
You won't work for the state for long if they tax us to death.
Oh, that's definitely...
Why are our roads still screwed up then? We just raised the gas tax and our roads are still terrible.
Because they go to the government.
Because they go to the illegals. They go to the illegals. Please do not harass people who want to sign a recall petition. Okay, so here we are in North Orange County. We are working our butts off to ensure that we'll get some signatures. Repeal the gas tax, recall Newman. Repeal, recall. Repeal, recall. I thought you were going to call the police. Where are they? I thought you were going to call the police. Where are they? And I'll say I will. Just tell her to stop lying about us. Don't let them fool you. It is very much about the tax. Well, if it isn't about the tax, then why does she have a picture of Josh Newman right here, the same guy who thinks he cares about veterans, but actually voted to allow illegals to stay in the state of California, even after they've committed crimes? Recall Newman.
Yes.
Stop the frickin' car tax. Newman hates veterans, even if he claims to be one.
Stop the car and gas tax. This is where you want to sign.
Yes.
Print your name here. Sign down below. Address, city, and zip. That's it.
Take your money back.
That's want to help stop the car and gas tax.
Hey, you, Cholito, you don't want to sign over here?
Come on over. Help the man out.
Let me get you ready.
Yeah.
Go ahead and print your name. Sign down below.
And so, please explain to me why you think we should pay a 12-cent tax hike then, since you're so much a fan of it. Would you please tell me why?
You have no idea how much it costs to repair roads.
Neither do you. That's why you're not spending the money right. So tell me why. You seem so dead set on taxing poor and working families. I've been to Huntington Park and Cudahy, and these are families that are barely making ends meet. Now you think it's okay to tax them more? Please explain why.
I travel over an hour to come here.
She doesn't want to say anything. I find that fascinating.
Yeah, I'll put it. Just go ahead and leave it. I'll put it up.
Josh Newman's the one who voted for it. He raised the tax on everybody.
Yeah, I've already signed it.
Oh, thank you so much. Tell everybody we gotta hurry. We gotta hustle. Sign these petitions. Recall Newman and end the gas tax. I can't believe this guy. He voted to allow illegal aliens to stay in this state, even after they commit crimes. Senate Bill 54. It's outrageous.
It is outrageous. That's crazy.
We have kids who are not even getting good education. We have foster kids. We have homeless. I'm from LA County. We have the law.
I agree.
Did you sign it already?
Oh, I
Yes,
already
already did.
signed.
Way to go. Thank you so much. Sign the repeal. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
You guys want to help stop the car and gas tax?
Stop the car and gas tax. Repeal Josh Newman. Fire Newman. Afuera.
How was that Maxine Watterson?
Oh, we had fun. We laid siege. She couldn't get out of the building for 20 minutes because she didn't want to deal with people actually booing her.
I had like 10 of my boys go up there yesterday.
Proud Boys.
Yes.
Yes, we were so glad they showed up.
Yes.
They muscled and it was great.
Boys down. Yeah. There's an impeachment rally next Sunday, San Diego.
Okay, I'll be the one in LA. So, yeah, July 2nd, they're doing stuff all over.
Yeah. Good time.
Where's the police? I thought you called them.
Oh, I think she called reinforcements. There'll be more of them.
So, wait a minute, you lied to me? Just like Josh Newman lied when he said that he cared about the state of California?
Doing this signing out here, they're arguing with each other and calling the police on each other.
Oh, I didn't call anybody. I don't break the law. I'm not rude, I'm a Sagittarius. Get it right. By the way, I don't call the cops on people falsely. She does. They do. That's very offensive. Okay. End the car tax. Repeal Josh Newman.
A lot of them,
Good. Okay. And so, from what I've heard, I heard. So Pat Bates, she and someone else, they're going to sue to enjoin that stupid part of the budget bill, so that they can't mess with the recall laws. I think they're going to be successful. So.
Well, on its face, I don't know how it would legally stand. You can't move the goalposts in the middle of the plane.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And I'm not a lawyer.
But the state of California's got a bad habit of that. Repeal the gas tax, recall Josh Newman. Concourse, it has the red lines here. Thank you. You have no idea. We've had infiltrators that we've had to deal with too, so I appreciate your patience.
This is funny.
Yeah. Do they really?
She won't deny that she called the police.
She just denied right now?
No, she will not. She won't answer me.
Oh, wow.
Cat's
Yeah,
got her tongue or
I'm still
something.
waiting or something. She also won't explain to me why she thinks it's okay for Americans, for Californians to pay a higher gas tax and car tax. Why we have to pay for it. She won't tell me.
A lot of people just don't think.
Or someone hasn't shown up to tell them. So,
Well, they don't listen.
Yeah, and then they want to intimidate people. We got another signer. Bravo.
Well,
I guess
that's what she's trying to do, but I don't think it's going to work. 'Cause I'm
to intimidate people. Good for you. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Recall Newman. Recall creepy Josh Newman. End the gas tax and recall the guy who voted for it. Here we go.
So this is a Los Angeles one only, Nathan. So when you see them signed like this, where it's already signed in at Los Angeles, we're obviously not in Los Angeles, so we need to go ahead.
Be really careful about that.
Yeah,
They look for every excuse to strike to kick off a signature. We don't want to give them anything. How far, like Josh's district has Walnut, I think.
Yeah.
Who knows that? I don't know the map off the top of my head. Because it's got little sections of Northeast LA County, and then it's got sections of San Bernardino as well. Okay, so for everybody who's in LA County, crap, my camera's a little. Okay, City of Industry, Diamond Bar, Roland Heights, Walnut, and West. Oh, no kidding, West Covina.
Yep.
If you live in any of those LA areas, let me know, and we'll get something together there to recall Newman. Yeah. Do you have teams out there already?
This gentleman right here would know.
Okay. Recall Newman. Recall Josh Newman. End the gas tax. Fight for veterans, not illegals. No illegal immigration. Recall Newman. If you want to stop the gas tax, you can sign petitions on this side. Of course, it has the state law. Okay. I'm still waiting for the police. Where are they?
I think she's bluffing.
Oh, I see. Just like Josh Newman bluffed when he claimed to support Californians and veterans. And the gas tax. Repeal Newman. Repeal Josh Newman. Repeal both of them. Okay, sorry. All right, good. So, but FYI, do you guys have like, so you have like petition ballots that have for the 3 counties?
Yeah, there's.
Oh, that's smart. Thank you for doing that, because you never know who you're going to get here. Hello.
Yeah.
Repeal Josh Newman and the gas tax. Sign the petition. I don't see the police. Where are they?
This is public property, and I'm just standing here.
Good for you.
She's a funny girl.
Okay. You mean she doesn't like it when there's opposition finally?
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody, this lady here thinks it's okay that you pay a higher gas tax and car tax. What do you think of that?
I'm afraid she's covering her face.
She has to. It is shameful, isn't it? Oh, good. Then you shouldn't be harassing. I respect the badge, but if a police officer is going to respect my rights, then I'm going to. Okay, everybody, I need you sharing this, and I can't be the only one doing this. Get in touch with county leaders. You can call Carl DeMaio's office. Find out. Repeal the car tax, and Josh Newman, sign the petition. We need people doing this all over. I mentioned the LA areas that Newman represents. We've got to repeal this car tax and repeal Josh Newman with it. Stop the car tax. Repeal Josh Newman. Repeal the car tax. Recall Josh Newman.
You want to help recall this car tax?
I don't want to pay a higher car tax. I pay enough already.
I know, right?
That's outrageous. And they bribe. And don't get me wrong.
You know how many miles Caltrans did his roads last year? How many miles? 200 miles.
That's it.
200 miles. Of
And probably in the same areas where they're going to put the crazy train, right?
Yeah, right.
What's the car tax?
So
You're paying. Go ahead. Yeah.
super majority up north past the car and gas tax are raising your registration and they're raising your gas tax. There's no cap on the gas tax, but it's initially going to start out like 12 cents. I think.
Repeal the car tax. Repeal Josh Newman. Sign the petition.
Both of you, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
I already told you. It's right there.
Has it passed, or they just...
So yeah, it's already passed.
Yep.
Because they have a super majority up north, Democrats.
You signed it? Thank you. Get rid of him.
You're not thinking.
So what's happening now? Is she telling you that it's okay for you to pay higher gas taxes?
Oh, I'm already a volunteer.
Oh, great. Thank you. Shame on her. She's threatened to call the police on me?
No, I'm a volunteer with them.
Well, shame on you, too. You think it's okay for people to pay higher taxes? Why? You know, I work.
You had to spend a lot of taxpayer money on a recall. It's not going to do anything.
No, it isn't. Let me tell you something. I know poor and working people in Southeast LA County, and they are already overtaxed. They voted down a parcel tax in Cudahy. They don't want higher taxes. They want to hold on to their money. Why are you taking their money away?
The car tax passed over.
Why are you taking their? No, it didn't. Not from the people. Just because legislators do it, they got bribed to do it. Don't you have any shame?
And you realize Chevron is paying you guys to be
I'm not paid to be here. That's all they've got. You must be one of those Bernie Sanders supporters.
200 miles to get here to volunteer.
That's right. So you're a liar and you want to rob people. Why?
But, yes, but I don't respect.
Notice how they don't say anything. Instead, they just call the police to try to silence us. So don't talk to yourself.
You're a liar.
Okay, why am I a liar?
Higher license.
Oh, why am I a liar? Why am I a liar?
You're telling people you're going to lower their taxes. It's not going to happen.
Absolutely, by recalling Newman and stopping the guard tax. Thank you very much.
It's not going to happen.
Why? Because you come here and call the police on us?
I haven't called the police on anybody.
Good, you're not going to do it, right? Because she threatened to. You support that? Last time I checked, we don't live in a police state. So tell me, you still aren't answering my question. Why do you think it's okay to raise taxes on poor and working families? Why do you think it's okay to raise taxes on poor and working families? Notice this is one more time. Why do you think it is okay to raise taxes on poor and working families? Notice how they will not answer the question. Notice, too bad. This is a public arena. Deal with it. That's the third time I asked and I didn't get an answer. Recall Josh Newman. Stop the car tax. This is shameful. I try to talk to these individuals and they don't want to explain to me why they think it's okay to raise taxes on working people. They won't explain why.
Because they're broke and they don't have money.
They like stealing from people.
Technically stealing, that's why they get away with it.
Oh, it's legalized theft, but it's still theft.
Legalized theft. Actually, it is, yes. Okay. As long as we don't say something, they get it back.
I know, that's the problem. And they bribed legislators to vote for it, including creepy Canella. Yeah, we go after Republicans too. Don't worry.
Yes.
Creepy Canella.
Are very deserving.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Rhinos.
Well.
Recall Josh Newman.
You're being polite.
And the gas tax. Okay, I'm still waiting for an answer. Why do you think it's okay to raise taxes on working Californians? He still lives at home with mommy, probably. That's why. He doesn't care. He's still a dependent.
Throw here on his bike.
Here, or here.
Love it.
Actually, this is a good idea. He keeps him tied up. That's fine with me.
The sign looks good on you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Stop the car tax. Recall Josh Newman. Sign our petition. Sign the initiative. Recall the sucker.
Sign it, but I know that. All they're trying to do is to get rid of that gun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's the start.
Sign it.
We got to start somewhere. It's a hard road we fight, but we're going to do it. You guys want to help stop the car and gas tax? We're going to do it.
That's it.
We did it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's get rid of Josh. Give me my money back. It's my money. It's our money.
Then why are they agreeing to get his money? These Republican-held city council. Every city council in Orange County has already agreed that this is something that's needed. There hasn't been too many city councils. No, they're all Republican-held.
Give me one. Name one.
Name one. Cities?
The city council that approves this.
Would you like me to look it up?
Of course I do. Because we can also recall them too if we need to. That's fine. This is beyond partisan. This is about our state.
No, I agree. This is not a partisan issue.
Yeah, so then why aren't you getting rid of Newman? You should sign the petition then.
That sounds like a partisan issue.
No, it isn't. This is a guy who doesn't represent Californians.
How does he not represent California?
Oh, raising the gas tax? Raising the car tax?
He was voted in.
Voting to allow illegals to stay in the state after committing serious crimes? Democrats, Republicans, and independents are opposed. He voted for Senate Bill 54. Done.
70% of Californians oppose sanctuary cities.
How about 80%? And that was a UC Berkeley study. Thank you. Oh, he doesn't want to answer for some reason.
No, I'm looking up the original thing you asked me to look up.
Okay, so you're saying that because a bunch of city council members supported this gas hike, that makes it okay. Go ahead and look it up. That's fine.
How many votes did he win by?
1,000?
It was very few.
2,500.
Voter fraud.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yes, I do know about that. They looked at the study. There was a sudden surge of votes, which was unprecedented, even in spite of the Hillary surge in the state.
Maybe because Republicans switched sides on this one because they didn't support Trump.
No.
Newman is a fiscally responsible.
No, he's not. He voted for the gas tax.
Look at the constitutional amendment he came up with. Can you answer me that question?
Oh, yeah, there was this like lip service to ensuring that all that money goes to only transportation.
It changes the constitution of the state of
But it
California.
hasn't passed yet. It's just lip service to save his butt. Because he's about to be... Now look up those city council members, please. Yeah. And how many constitutional amendments do we have anyway, and the legislature still misspends the money?
Well, that's what I was saying.
It's all paperwork. I mean, there's no enforcement of our laws.
3 times before, they pulled the same
So which
stuff.
city council members supported this gas tax perversion? Because that's okay. We can go visit them and give them more than a piece of our mind.
That would be helpful.
Please let us know.
Sure.
How many signatures, man? Did she just sign it too? Ooh, we're on a roll today. And I'm still waiting for the police to show up. Where are they? Where are they?
Good question.
And then they could ask questions like, why are the roads so bad in spite of all this gas tax hike stuff? I'm sure they complain about bad. I thought you were supposed to look them up.
I'm calling the person that knows the names of the specific city council.
Gotta get rid of him first. That way we can...
Butterfly, thank you for signing, sir. Maybe 10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes? I'll give you that one.
It's like I can't do both. I gotta raise heaven and then drink water. Let me put this away. Excuse me, I thought you were gonna look up those city council members.
I was being asked the question.
Wait, okay, so wait a minute.
Some kind of secret stuff.
Oh, in other words, they were lying to me. There are no city council members who would risk their seat
It's hard to tell.
to push this crap.
Sign up
Excuse
for
me.
I mean, they're being annoying, but they're not doing anything.
I'm being annoying. Asking a question and asking you to justify that
No,
certain
we're
numbers.
talking about something that happened yesterday. Where
You mean like when you guys called the police on us? On citizens who are trying to stop this car tax?
There was a lady who tried grabbing the phone out of her hand.
Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't she the one who was grabbing people's property, though? Oh, look at her go. Oh. Still waiting for the police?
Is this close enough for you?
Is this close enough to me? What? Here we go.
This should be fun.
This will be fun. I'm allowed to do this.
Good evening, gentlemen.
How you doing? Here we go again. We don't live in a police state.
Yeah, we're trying to stop car and gas tax. Trying to repeal Josh Newman.
Yeah, get rid of him.
Car and gas tax signing right over
Repeal the gas tax. Repeal the car tax. Repeal the gas bag. His name is Josh Newman.
You guys the ones who called the police?
Maybe we did. But I'm still waiting for you to give me the city council members. Hello. Thank you, sir. All right. And you always ask which county they're from, right? Okay, good.
Really close. I need your mailing address down below.
Recall Newman. Recall the gas tax. Okay, repeal the gas tax and repeal the gas bag. Gas tax, gas bag.
Repeal the gas tax. Start with Josh Newman.
Thank you so much.
We got to get rid of one. That way we can get rid of the super.
And they're already getting another, so we're getting it all together. We're taking it all.
It's a
Now I'm ready.
process and really speed through the line.
Okay, would you mind popping it for me? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay.
I know where the money goes. I don't know where the money goes.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I love it. Okay. Repeal the gas tax, repeal the gas bag. Josh Newman has got to go. Repeal the gas tax, repeal the gas bag.
Are you sure?
Repeal the gas tax, repeal the gas bag. Sign the petition. You still have a chance. Why do you think it's okay for working people to pay higher taxes? This is the Democratic Party of today. This is who they are, the democracy, which is anything but democratic.
And this is the Republican Party holding up things saying stop the car tax.
Absolutely. We're allowed to stop it.
Is it the law of the land? Can you answer that?
Not for long. We repeal Josh Newman, and then we sign another initiative for that, and then we sign another initiative for lots of other things. As far as the governor's race, I don't know yet. That's going to be interesting.
We'll try. That's a long shot, but we'll try. So was Trump.
Trump was a long shot too, but he won.
Did you get a chance to read this?
You know what the funny thing is? Did you read the one from last week about Carl DeMaio and how he got accused of sexual harassment?
Which he didn't do.
Which he didn't do. Those charges got dropped, and the guy that accused him is apparently actually in jail right now.
Yes, he is.
So it's just false and misleading.
You guys push that stuff too? You lied about Carl? Wow.
You guys want to help stop the car and gas tax?
Stop the car and gas tax. Repeal Josh Newman. So you think you lied about Carl DeMaio too? Don't you guys have any shame? Is that the Scott Peters card you play? By the way, he's still up for... They're still targeting Peters. They should. So why? This guy won't explain to me why he thinks it's okay to have high taxes on working people. Still won't.
Because he doesn't have a job.
Oh. Why won't you tell me? What would you like to tell the Hispanic communities in Cudahy and Huntington Park who they're actually trying to repeal their utility users tax too? Because they're taxed to the hilt. They got a $300 million pension liability. And all the money goes to protecting illegals and a corrupt police. Okay, so here we are. We're trying to get rid of the guard tax and get rid of Josh Newman. Well, I asked those two, could you please tell me why you think that working people should pay higher taxes on their gas or their car tax? You want to tell me why? Okay, we got a third person who won't tell me.
So you can go to OC Vote. That's registered voters website. You can call the voter registration form on there, and then you can go to our tax website, enter your address, and I'll give you the petition to download.
Hey, did you see me doing what I'm doing?
I said I'm coming down.
Oh, come say hi. They want to rescue. They say this isn't partisan, but here's the Democrat state senator who voted to raise our gas tax and car tax, and who voted to turn California into a sanctuary state for illegal aliens.
Yeah,
wow.
I was here a couple weekends ago, and they were out here handing out the.
Where's it going? This way? Okay. Got it.
Handing out those, trying to convince people that that the gas tax was really just about tourists.
Oh.
It was mostly focused on tourists coming and paying higher taxes.
Oh,
Never
brother.
mind the every week that you have to go to the gas
Of course.
station to
Hey,
fill up.
you know, this looks like a flyer. This was paid for by the California Democratic Party, but they say that this isn't partisan. Oh, wait, I got to ask them about that. Hello. Hey. So you guys said that this isn't partisan, right? Then how come it's endorsed by the California Democratic Party? Why? You guys said this isn't partisan, but this is all paid for by the California Democratic Party. You want to explain it?
Is nonpartisan.
Why?
Why?
The California Democratic Party.
Republicans and Democrats will have to pay the higher taxes.
Everybody will. That's true.
Everybody's going to be paying.
So you agree we shouldn't have to pay for it?
We shouldn't have to be paying $2 to $3 million to defend a vote that already happened with a federal
Sure, but you know why do we have
How
to do
did it
that?
happen,
Because of this
though?
gas
How did
tax
it
that's costing us
happen?
even more.
They were bribed. They were brought into his office one at a time and bribed for a yes vote.
It wasn't about bribing.
It was. It was.
A Republican was bribed too.
I guarantee I didn't vote for it, and neither did you, and neither did you.
Nope.
None of this was voted on by the people.
Yes.
By voting in those people.
And not only that, the taxes predominantly, we're the ones who are being taxed to the hilt, and that's wrong.
Can I talk to you real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Both of you, can I talk to you? What seems to be the problem?
Oh, we're just here
Nothing.
supporting the people that are
Okay.
having them sign because they're being harassed by
Mhm.
people that don't want people to freely sign a petition.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, the thing is, I have to have them make that statement. I can't have anybody else saying, like, well, these people are being harassed.
No, but we're here.
I didn't even make a phone call.
We're here to
No, I
support
understand that.
Okay.
what's going on here.
Okay.
So we're here to support. Whether or not they want us here or not,
Sorry.
we're here to support it.
No, I understand that. So are you, I don't know, regardless of whatever you're going pro or you're against, I'm not entirely sure. But the thing is, we can't have me blocking the story.
Oh, of course not. We don't block the. Absolutely.
What is happening is, though, you guys are being, and I'm not saying you, because I was just guys.
He's just speaking generally.
I don't know if you're being confrontational or not being confrontational, but the thing is, when you're speaking with the person that, you know, trying to promote what you're trying to promote.
Make sure not to block the door.
Exactly. And not only that.
Yeah, that's a safety hazard.
But at the same time, people try to make their statements, and what happens is, whatever you're making, let's say, for example, you're trying to provide a statement, I'm trying to speak louder than you, you're trying to speak louder than me, and what it happens is it creates a nuisance.
Okay.
And then it makes it like a loud noise complaint kind of.
Sure.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
So I explained it to the other lady, it's like a sun hat, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yesterday, I guess there was another woman that came in here recording her. She didn't like it, and she grabbed her phone or whatever it is.
Oh, so she was the violent one.
I don't know who it was. I don't know.
It's always the Democrats. It's always the Democrats.
As long as we keep it peacefully,
Right.
Yes.
you know.
Right.
And like I explained to them before, I've never seen you before, but I've seen some other people before. But I mean, you guys are obviously more than welcome to be here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, unless they don't even know which side of their.
Brea.
We don't know exactly what.
Yeah.
We don't know what property is there, so we can't necessarily say, well, they're willing to sign, say, trespassing or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you guys are more than welcome to hear it. As long as you guys keep it peacefully,
Absolutely.
we shouldn't have any problems with you guys there and promote.
Yeah.
Like I explained it to them, that what's happening is that we keep getting calls to this store because people either following customers to their cars.
Oh, God,
trying
no.
to promote for signatures or against signatures, or when they go sign to the tables, you know what I mean? They were like, the person's like right in front of their face and trying to promote, like, hey, you don't stop signing, though you don't need to sign.
Yeah.
As long as you make your statement, and then if the subject still signs or not signs, I mean, that's all okay.
We
you know
don't.
what I'm
We're not going after anybody.
saying? So as long
All
as
we do
keep
is
it
encourage.
peaceful, well, let's hope we don't have any more problems, okay?
Okay, perfect.
As far as the recording and all that stuff, you are more than welcome to record anyone.
Yeah.
But the only thing is there's a little thin line where someone could technically say, like, oh, the person is annoying me. And there is a charge where it says, like, if the person is annoying the person, it has to be a series of consecutive times.
Arthur.
Yeah, so it has to be like a consecutive times. But it all depends on me if I'm willing to accept that arrest or not. Okay?
Yeah.
But again, as long as we keep it peacefully, hopefully we don't have to come to that point, okay?
No.
All right.
Not at all.
Thank you so much.
And just for the record, Nikki. Oh no, you're good. I'm leaning out of it. Yeah, they're the ones. They were harassing other people.
Oh, for sure.
And they're the ones who harass people, and then they call the police.
But you know, the funny thing is, the last time I was here, and I was talking to one of them. She's not here. She had purple hair, so you know what side she was on. But she said, we're not worried about Josh Newman being recalled. And I said, good. Then go home. It's a nice, beautiful day. You don't need to be here.
Yeah, I know.
But apparently they're very, very concerned.
They should be.
Because they're here now every week en masse.
And harassing people.
It's funny that they're at a Walmart. You know? So they're focusing on probably, okay, maybe this is a bad statement to make, but maybe people who aren't very well adversed in politics and what's going on at the legislative level.
Okay.
So we're just here to educate them.
Yeah, that's all. We're just reminding people. You know, there's a lot of things that go on. And people are busy.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
So. So you live in this area?
I live in Anaheim Hills. So
Oh, no kidding. You're close by.
Yeah, I woke up and saw your.
You saw my live feed?
Goes live. It's like I'm coming.
Yes. Los pollos hermanos. Just be careful what you make in the basement, okay?
Hey, what's going on over here?
Let's check it out.
Best thing in the whole wide world going on over here.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Beginning of a revolution.
And they have to stop harassing people. That's right. Now, I want you to notice something. The cops have to spend more time talking to them. There you go. Think about that. Sign the petition. End the gas tax. Repeal Josh Newman. Creepy Josh Newman. Raised our taxes. Repeal the gas tax. End the gas tax. Recall Josh Newman. This was paid for by the California Democratic Party, everybody. California Democratic Party. No, don't you. Hello. Sign the petition, end the gas tax, and repeal Josh Newman. Now, this is fascinating. So, the Democratic Party is actually worried about spending $3 million on a recall, but they have no problem spending multi-million dollars on legal aid for illegal aliens or financing big budget-busting pensions, but they get all bent out of shape about $3 million. Isn't that fascinating? It seems it's like the essence of hypocrisy. Oh my gosh, we can't spend that, but we'll spend big money paying off the labor unions to rob us blind.
Isn't it crazy that they enacted a new rule to allow a unsigning? They've never done that before.
Yeah.
They've never
every single
done that.
signature supposed to be verified. What kind of...
But they don't have a problem with illegals voting.
High school student government, I think we behave better.
I know. But in the other thing, too, it's like they have no problem with illegals voting. Illegals are allowed to vote. They don't want to do anything about stopping voter fraud. But at the same time, they allow citizens to strike a signature. What? What?
I'm going to stay over here.
Recall Newman, end the gas tax. Recall Newman, end the gas tax.
Start with Newman.
Oh, she already signed it, buddy. Shame, shame.
It's because you can't stop the car tax because they've already passed it through, so you have to take out the weakest link, which is Josh Newman. Once we get rid of him,
Repeal the gas tax, get rid of Josh Newman.
We'll keep climbing the ladder until we keep taking them out, until we can get rid of the car and gas tax. It's the first
Nonsense.
step. There's always a first step.
And you didn't explain to her why you think it's okay for working people to pay higher taxes.
Higher taxes is what it boils down to. Yeah, we don't need that. We can give it to the bureaucrats and the governors and all their guys. They can afford to live in their mansions behind.
That's the whole point. It's like a double standard. So rich people keep taxing people, and so it's robbing the poor to feed the rich.
They're trying to get the poor out of California is what they're trying to do. Make them pay for everything.
Yep. Sign the thank you. Thank you. All right. Stop the car tax. Repeal Josh Newman. End the insanity.
So, have you ever seen a video of the San Diego dad that goes to the...
That's you, isn't it? You're the guy who said you're going to have to walk me out of here, right?
That's me.
That's awful what they're doing. Yeah. And the other thing, too, is the LGBT perversion. That is outrageous. I was at a library in Hawthorne, California. It's a kids' library. LGBT Pride Month. Excuse me? I raised heaven.
Have you heard about the sex ed? The sex ed?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Oh, that's outrageous. Excuse me?
It's crazy.
Our kids do not need to be learning that stuff.
Yeah, and you know who the first... You know who the
Trump supporter? Yeah.
I saw you on YouTube a lot.
I'm sure you do.
I'm so glad that, you know, you spend the time and the effort to bring out the truth.
Thank you.
You know what? we need to stand behind our president.
Yes, we do.
Where a lot of people are misguided.
Yes.
By the media.
Yes.
And want to help stop the car and gas tax?
You know, I don't know, indecency.
I know, totally. They get blown out by a couple of bad words from Trump, but they said nothing when crooked, creepy Bill was raping other women.
So ridiculous.
You know,
I watch you every day, almost.
Oh,
every day.
Thank you so much.
Town hall meeting, you know.
Cut a hay, baby. Oh, we had a great time at Maxine Waters, the crazy black lady too.
Why don't we impeach her?
I know, she can be impeached.
You know, why do we have to pay her to sit there and hurting the country and the people?
Exactly, terrible.
Yeah.
Shameful.
You know,
what's your name?
I'm Tien.
Nice to meet you, Tien.
Very nice to meet you.
Vietnamese?
Vietnamese. I want to take a picture.
Oh, please do. Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This guy. Take a picture.
Thank you.
You know, I'm going to go home and tell the people. You know what? We need to bring out the truth.
The truth sets us free. No more lies. Recall Josh Newman. End the gas tax.
This is my mission. This is my call. I want to change at least one person's mind a day. That will make me happy.
I agree.
I go out and talk to people and...
Okay, one.
We have American plan.
2, 3.
Send it back to him. He'll autograph it and send it back to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I can't believe I meet you.
Absolutely.
I can't believe I meet you here. You are everywhere.
Yes.
You know?
I have I've got wings behind me and the wind behind my back too. So.
Were you in Portland? And
yes, I was.
Yeah.
I was. The cops yell at me there too, Berkeley.
Yeah. I can't believe I run into you right here.
I'm so honored. Thank you.
You should rent a house in Cudahy in Bell Gardens.
I know. I might as well get one there.
I think you should run for office.
I know. You know the right, and you know that you stand up for.
Well, he is running for office. He's running for a better GOP.
Exactly.
Yeah. Trying to change what's going on.
I know. It's from you and me upwards. That's how it works.
Yeah.
So honored. Thank you.
We have.
Going, oh my God,
I'm a
so
Christian.
bad.
Yes.
But I have a lot of Buddhists. Buddhist Vietnamese. Praying for Trump every day.
Oh, that's great.
I'm telling you. You know, I have my friends who are Buddhist Vietnamese. They pray tong 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 tong, and they pray for the president every day.
Wonderful.
See, because
it's all of us.
You know,
yeah, we're all
I
Americans.
ran away from communists.
I know.
And now here, I experienced communism when the left protesting. I said, oh no, not again. I want to lose this country again.
I know.
I lost another country, my country. Now I don't want to lose this country again, you know?
Absolutely.
It's so dangerous.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah, I signed.
Oh, good. Make sure that your Buddhist friends sign as well.
Oh yeah.
Okay, take it to the temple.
You know, I
have
go
them
to
sign.
the gym. I talk to young people. A lot of young people like this.
Yeah.
They are just like.
No. There is a cultural shift
yes.
going on.
Generation Z, post-millennials.
Shifting right now. They're the snowflakes, the daycare generation, the people that still live in their basement. My son, he's a conservative.
Yeah.
Oh.
I see it. I see a cultural shift. That nobody wants to be a lazy bum.
Not only that,
they don't want to be socialists.
Been bullied by PC culture.
Exactly.
You're not going to get rich off the government. You're not going to live a fair life off of food stamps.
No.
Welfare. I am a perfect example of what it's like to do something. I moved to San Diego with a backpack on my back and all my business.
How are you?
There you go.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. I got inspirational stories, man.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's
but
it.
It's the same thing, man. I see my country and I'm like, dude, this is not what I grew up to. I fly my flag. I love my flag.
Oh.
You know, like I love my military. I love my president.
The LAPD oversight, whatever, just meeting that just happened 2 days ago.
Oh, the civilian commission with the sheriff. Yes.
They did not say the Pledge of Allegiance.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
The team,
you guys forced them to, though.
Robin and Raul said, no, we're going to have you do it.
And then when
arrogance.
The people said that, they all sitting down. They did not stand up.
I know. They've been taught to hate the country, to have no honor, and we need to fight against that. It's outrageous.
You don't appreciate this country, your honor. See, there's a lot of people have died for what we have right now.
Yes, absolutely.
So we need to stand up and honor and teach our children
You guys
that,
want
you
to
know,
help stop the car?
appreciate.
Where we do it.
You already signed it? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ladies.
Oh, God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Tan. Thank you.
See, it's a good day.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
Chukmang Namway.
God's the one that put Trump in the White House.
I agree. Absolutely. Not the Russians.
Baloney, Russian.
The Russians. Yeah, I know. The Russians hacked. No. The DNC hacked themselves, and they killed Seth Rich because he leaked on them. But these guys say that this isn't partisan. Oh, sure. The California Democratic Party is pushing this crap. It's right there at the bottom of the flyer. Show me your flyer. Can I have a flyer? Can I have a flyer? Absolutely. Everybody, check it out. See, you said it wasn't partisan, but it's right here. Democratic Party.
A little bit of sense in California.
It actually should be the Communist Party. They're not Democrats anymore. It's the They wanted to allow communists to serve openly in our state government. Can you imagine that? Travis Allen spoke against it. Steve Choi spoke against it.
The problem is that in the schools they're not teaching what true communism is.
Yeah.
So they're allowing it to fester because they don't know what it actually means. And you'll hear people make the argument that they're that we fought against Nazis because Trump supporters are Nazis, and now we're going to fight against Trump supporters because our ancestors did. But the fact is, we also fought the Cold War. We fought against
We fought against Nazis. We fought against commies. Commies killed more people than the Nazis did.
But they want to be that again. But they want to be that
No
again.
communism. We've got 3 Brea police cruisers. Sign the car tax. Repeal Josh Newman. Repeal Josh Newman. Sign the car tax. End the car tax. Repeal it. Sign our petition. Look at this. Everybody wants you to see 3 Brea police cruisers are here. 3 police cruisers. This is outrageous. This is what it's come to. It's turning into a police state. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for your service, cadet, everybody. All right. Wow.
You might actually get somewhere instead of these guys up there that are just completely overrunning everybody and making decisions based on what their fucking
It's all Russia's fault.
Friends say, you know?
It's all Russia's fault.
If you could take away the supermajority and get the people to the table and get them to talk, California might actually be in place.
Sign the petition, end the car tax, repeal Josh Newman. Yeah, you can have it back. Thank you.
How close you at?
And I absolutely agree. Research, and that'll end the gas tax, and we'll recall Newman.
Well, Newman's
Yes,
on the first.
and then what we can do is we can have a sign that says "Stop Murder." Step 1: recall Ed Royce because he voted to take
Why?
away my health care.
No, he didn't.
We're getting people.
Ed Royce is a good guy.
Ed Royce loves immigrants, legal immigrants. He's helping the Taiwanese community. And if you want to know what took my health care away, it's called Obamacare. Obamacare could go straight to hell. I said that to Maxine Waters.
That's why we're
Obamacare, it's Obama don't care. I've met a lot of people. Their premiums have tripled because of Obamacare. I can't buy.
Sunblock.
What
am I doing?
I agree. Get some. You want to protect your skin. That's right. And the guard tax and get rid of Newman. All right. This is Ed Royce's district, isn't it? Yeah.
Hello, sir.
How are
It's to repeal time gas tax signing right over there.
Thank you. Yeah. Josh Newman is toast. This guy's toast. And then they're going to file a lawsuit if the recall provisions pass. I have a now it's possible technically Brown could strike him out. He has a line item veto. So, he might have to think if there's enough people who are prepared with a lawsuit, he might say, "Okay, never mind." So that's what we have to do. We have to really threaten him. If you do this, we will sue you. But
Bottom line, if he sucks at what he does,
and here's something else too. I mean, Governor Brown was prepared to veto single payer. He was not going to sign off on it. Because even at the end of the day, he has to be the adult in the room. Just like the liberal mayors in other cities, they would kick out Occupy Wall Street. They wouldn't let them stay, because they were bringing crime. They have to be the adult. They have to. At the end of the day, they have to pay. They have to prepare everything. All right. So you guys here from Brea or from?
No, we're all the way from San Fernando Valley.
Oh, no kidding. I'm from LA County too. Torrance. Oh, wonderful. Helping out, get rid of Josh Newman. Awesome. Did you guys vote for Trump? You guys support Trump?
Yeah.
Awesome. Latinos for Trump? Yes. I'm a good friend of Harim and Raul Rodriguez. Everybody. We're getting the whole coalition that's out there. It's great. And the car tax. Repeal. Josh Newman. Okay. This is not a special interest. I'm sorry, guys. Did the Koch brothers pay for you to be here?
No.
Okay.
My own time, my own dime, and nobody paid for my breakfast either.
I was on my own here. The only thing free I got was the water. So that's a lie. That's very offensive.
From me.
I know.
Come from the campaign.
I know.
From me, I brought it.
That's right. She brought it. That's offensive. You're lying about us. That's offensive. You guys are paid for by the California Democratic Party, and you guys are shaming us? That's very offensive. We got to call them out on this crap. How dare you talk to us like that?
He is lying.
Estoy liando. Mentiroso. ¿Cómo se dice to lie? Mentir? Mentir. And then to lie is miento, mientes, miente,
Oh,
right?
I have no idea.
I've
Okay.
met a lot of
That's it.
people who say he was but the thing is, because he's fiscally, like, he speaks more fiscal responsibility. And his whole thing with this was, he saw it as, he looked at how the roads are, infrastructure, like, you guys saw what happened on Pacific Coast Highway, right?
Yeah.
So, like, his whole thing was, we don't have the funds as of right now.
Okay, I'll stop
But
you
what
right there.
happened
Wait,
to
I'll
the
stop you
funds?
right there.
Because we did.
Caltrans reform needs to be #1. There's so much waste in Caltrans. That money is sitting there. You have
They did less than
designers.
200 miles of road last year.
Yeah, 200 miles of road last year in
outrageous.
California. They pay designers to sit at their fucking desks and collect money and not do anything. They pay people to sit at their desks and not do anything.
That's right.
There's a joke that goes around. There's
They
a
also
truck,
have prevailing wage.
a Caltrans truck pulls up. One guy jumps out, digs a hole, jumps back in the truck. An hour later, the next guy jumps out, fills in the hole. The guy's like, "What the hell is going on?" Well, the guy that plants a tree called in sick. That's the kind of waste that they do. They're wasteful. The money to fix the roads is in Caltrans. It's there.
It's
They
waste.
need to reform it.
Yeah.
The money, look, follow the money, dude. It doesn't go where you think it goes. It goes to the bureaucrats. It goes to their pensions, their motherfucking retirement funds, and all their little bureaucracy buddies up there.
You have people who are
All it goes.
retiring getting 90% of their salary. It's outrageous. In Orange County, I just read about this. A fire chief cashed in another 500 grand for overtime. That is outrageous.
Yeah.
That's where you find fiscal responsibility. Why isn't Newman talking about that?
San Diego Unified School District, a teacher walks into San Diego Unified, gets paid $100,000 right off the bat.
Is that the salary or with the pension and benefits?
I think that might be included in the benefits, but it puts them at what, $70,000, $80,000?
That's outrageous.
Have you guys ever thought of going to one of his meetings? And talking?
Oh, I'd love to. I would love to.
Let this guy know.
Let me know. I'll be there.
It's out there.
Grindel 61 goes to these meetings, but I'd be more than happy to talk to him.
And he would probably be very willing to listen to you.
I want him. But here's the problem.
There's so many that aren't.
See, because
we do go to them.
I agree.
We go to
Oh,
them
believe me,
all
we go
over
to
the
them.
place, and they're not willing to. And and when it comes to public speaking time, they sit there and they smirk at you.
They don't listen to
Because
us.
they're not listening and they don't care. They're going to
Yeah, if you guys want
continue
to help out the car and gas
going
tax,
forward as they wish.
Now, I don't know if you know about him, but like he's not a career politician.
I'd like to make a-
He's like from this
Okay.
district. He's with the people. If you want to, I definitely suggest going to these meetings because
Oh, I will. You let me know.
go.
We will go.
We'll go.
And here's the thing. I've heard that rhetoric so many times.
Yeah.
He listens. I don't want a listener. I want a
Right,
doer.
a doer.
I want you to
Right.
stop raising taxes on me. Support Americans, not illegal aliens. Do you know what? I still haven't gotten an answer from you. You think it was okay for him to vote for Senate Bill 54? Turning California into sanctuary state. You think that's okay?
It didn't turn it into a sanctuary.
That's
Yes, it does.
fiscally responsible. Also.
Yes, he did.
There's
By
nothing fiscally
dictating to
responsible
local
about
and
taking
state
in
law
another
enforcement
country's
not to cooperate with ICE. It permits illegal aliens to stay in our state
look
and
how crazy
continue
these
to
guys are.
attack our people.
These guys wanted they wanted to implement a $400 billion single payer
That
plan.
too.
On I know it got struck down on a $267 billion California budget.
No. They looked up how it would actually work, and we would be saving money long term.
No, we wouldn't.
We'd be getting
We
rid
never
of the,
save money long term.
Dude,
Never.
single payer,
Never.
As soon as you bring government in and you bring subsidies in, they're like, oh, money from the government? Dude, give me more money, give me more money, give me more money. It's the same thing with college.
How are other countries doing it?
Can I speak to that, please? First of all, I've talked to people from Great Britain. NHS sucks. They tell me
Canada?
this. It creates a two-tier system. In Canada, they have black market healthcare clinics. Why? Because people need healthcare. They're forced to wait. Oh, it's free, but you have to wait for it.
I went to school in England, and when I went out there, every time I needed to go to the hospital or any medical attention, it was never this line that you're talking about. I always was able to get it, and it was free.
That's awesome.
Wait a minute.
That's completely cool.
You didn't pay any taxes at all, huh?
I was a student. I mean, I guess maybe some of it went through.
See, that's part of the problem. They say it's free. It isn't free. It's never free.
The money always gets pulled from somewhere else, no matter where you take it from. It has to come from
And then something else. I got to tell you this story. There was an older man who had like a stage 4 cancer. There's an experimental drug, and you know what the bureaucrats said? Forget it. Death panel.
That's money, though. Like, that's money in the sense of, you know, pharmaceutical companies.
But he could pay for it.
What do you mean?
He was prepared to pay for it. He was prepared to get that drug. And for, wow, yeah, all right, I'm good though. Single payer sucks. This, to me, even more than illegal immigration on this point, it is just scary to me how many people think that single payer is the answer. It's terrible.
What's the alternative?
The alternative is free market, free enterprise, free people. Allow doctors to practice without having to get a frickin' license in every state. It's a ridiculous. We got to deal with tort reform. If the doctor does a bad job, you can sue for damages, but the punitive's outrageous. The insurance is way too high. Allow people to buy insurance across state lines. We have to have a clear transparency. You know what? 100 years ago, there was a clear schedule of costs. A hospital stay for a day was $40. We have to stop treating it like a right, because it's not. Go.
How much it costs for a heart attack in California? Roughly $30,000. You take that to the Midwest, you know how much it costs you? $3,300.
As a country as a whole, though,
that's ridiculous, dude. There should be no.
We do pay too much because of tort, because of lawsuit abuse, because of high costs, because of Obamacare. Oh my God, Obamacare is what jacked up a lot of the costs. The answer is to go free market. Canada is actually doing this right now.
Free market, you build competition, man. You make people.
This is so important to me. That to me is like another mission. Every time I see a young person with the Bernie shirt, I go, who's going to pay for single payer? Benny Hill, you know, the comedian in Great Britain, he used to make jokes about private health care versus public health care. And the public health care, the guys would come up with saws with blood on them and they were spitting and things. It was totally incompetent. You know how much abuse takes place in the NHS system? Rampant criminality. It is outrageous because there's no accountability. It's a government bureaucracy. Nobody gets fired. It's terrible. Single payer is the worst thing that could happen to our healthcare system.
I don't know, before we had, what was it, 40-something billion without health insurance because we couldn't afford it, or they couldn't afford it?
Who's they?
Me.
Okay, so we're talking about before you couldn't afford health insurance.
Right.
Okay, you're saying you can afford it now?
With Obamacare, yeah.
How? I'm listening.
Really? You can afford Obamacare? Like, I don't know.
Do you get it through Cover California?
Yeah, because I didn't have enough money to afford health insurance on my own.
Okay, and how many doctors can you go to with it?
I have a list of doctors that I can choose from, and I chose one that was right down the street from me.
Okay, so that's something I'd like to look into, because honestly, there are stories I've heard up and down the state where the doctors say we're not accepting it because the reimbursements are too low.
There are definitely doctors who I'm sure do that, but there are many doctors who do accept it. Like, before Obamacare, just like for me, I couldn't afford it, and I basically was like, you know what, I'm young, hopefully just something won't happen to me because I can't afford it right now. Once Obamacare rolled in and Covered California came out, that was the first time where like I could get my own health insurance, and it was a stress reliever for me.
Okay.
Like, it was huge because like
have you actually used it?
I've used it multiple times.
Okay.
I've had like out of pocket.
Huh?
What is your out of pocket?
Would I pay?
Yeah.
You mean like for like a copay or something like that? As of right now,
your monthly.
I don't have a monthly because I wasn't making enough money. This year might be the first year where like I can maybe start paying for myself, and I would be proud.
$600 a month
for who?
On a $35,000 a year income. That's what, $7,200? That's like almost a third.
That's how much you pay?
That's how much I would have paid. I don't pay it. I pay the fucking fine at the end of the year.
Yeah, and what I do is I claim a hardship. I can't afford it.
Yeah, anything over 3%.
And that's another thing too, and I respect that. There are people who are able to use the government, but here's the problem. Someone else is paying for it. Because you talked about, it is. We've got middle class families, they're paying triple. I have families that, husband, wife, and 2 kids. They end up having to pay $1,800 a month. They can't afford it. I don't think it's fair to gouge the middle class to pay for people who can't afford it.
But by me being able to have health insurance when I didn't have it at the time when I needed it, maybe that's what gave me the ability to be here today and start working my way up to get to the middle class. Because like I didn't have that net before. If I didn't have that net, I don't know what would have happened to me.
Catastrophic insurance is not really like something that you really need being young. You only what raises the cost of the insurance is your everyday medical costs,
Well, for
like
me,
your
I'm
preventative
maternity
maintenance.
care, you know?
Catastrophic.
And I shouldn't have to pay for it.
You know who this is, right?
Yeah.
I know. He's the guy who stood up to Sharia in San Diego. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's the everyday care that makes the healthcare so expensive. Catastrophic is rare, and if you have catastrophic, I mean, honestly, they should offer like a line of credit. Not saying that they're going to take like your credit score, but they should say, hey, you know what? You had a catastrophic. I'm going to put it on this credit card. You're going to pay me an X amount of dollars, which they basically do anyways nowadays. You can pay $1 a month on a medical bill, and it will never go to your credit. So, I mean, if they did like a line of credit where you could pay for catastrophic, that'd be good. But preventative maintenance, that should be up to you, man. Work out, run, eat well.
Do your thing.
That's on you. You know, that shouldn't be paying. You shouldn't be paying for that.
And I have to be honest with you, I hear like these individual stories and I question them. I'd want to actually get more information from you about this. So you claim to have this covered California.
I had a severe allergic reaction to poison oak because of the job I had. I was a camp counselor for these kids, trying to teach them about outdoor science. And literally, I was wearing pants and everything, but some of the poison oak got on my jeans. Next time I touched it, I had a severe allergic reaction. I went to the emergency room, and they told me if I hadn't come in, my lungs could have closed up.
And you would have been,
Yeah.
Okay, that's serious. I get it. I mean, the idea of everybody having access to quality health care is important. So you're saying you didn't pay anything but again, it's not fair to take from and redistribute to others. That's not right.
Because of that, though, because I'm not dead.
But it doesn't justify that. That's the point. We're not going to solve the healthcare system by allowing some people to live off of others while everybody else pays triple the premiums. That's wrong.
None of those people who are getting those benefits want to be in that position.
I disagree with you. Oh my Lord, I so disagree.
People want to be.
We have illegals now getting covered California. That's outrageous. They shouldn't even be in the country. That's wrong. Sorry, dude. We want to have a righteous, good system. It's not going to be.
Immigrants. I was born here.
I was born here too.
So then we're not all immigrants.
That's right. That's very offensive to me.
It doesn't matter from where our country began at its core.
Thank you, Chan.
For what you believe in, but I think you change your mind. You know, you spend time to investigate, you will change your mind.
That's right.
You know,
and stop being, pushed around by liberal lunacy. Hey.
Oh, yeah, sweet.
Perfect.
My wife's complaining. Why I'm waking staying up so late. I need to find out about the truth.
Yes. Repeal the guard tax and get rid of Josh Newman.
God bless you anyway.
Okay.
And I will pray that God will change your mind.
Please do.
Thank
you, Ken.
You're welcome.
All right.
Want a drink?
Yeah, you're all set. Look at you.
You wanna?
Oh, sure. I'll take one. Sure, that's fine.
One?
Thank you. Look at this. Chan's awesome.
For my gardener.
Sign the petition. End the car tax. Repeal Josh Newman.
I'm not okay with it. That's why I think when they come here, they should be paid fair wage for what they do.
Thank you.
Take one.
I'm good, thank you. I
Okay.
don't like Coke anyways. I'm a Pepsi guy, bud.
Oh, that's okay. Coke or Pepsi, I'll take a gift. Thank you so much.
You enjoy.
All right, Chuk Mung Namoy.
Oh, you speak the language?
Like 2 or 3 words.
No.
Xin chao. Xin chao.
God will give you wisdom and strength to continue what you're doing.
Yes.
So that, you will open more people's eyes and then, help together. Together, we backing up the president will make this country great again.
Amen.
He's alone being attacked so many ways.
I know.
I don't think he can make America great again with, the way that they're treating him right now. Not fair, not fair.
I know, it's outrageous.
Yeah, it's crazy. But hey, we behind him.
Absolutely. Amen. Yes.
Someday you will see.
Repeal the gas tax. Get rid of Josh Newman. Sign the petition.
Someday you walk into Walmart, you find a lot of men in America.
One day.
That's what I want to see.
I hope
a lot of men in
Yes, we can do it.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah,
we're doing
Why
it.
don't you have a sign, stop making in China?
Yeah.
Don't stop here.
Well, okay, we'll go away from the voter portion of it, which you have to admit you're wrong on that one. But we'll pretend that
Sign the initiative, end the car tax. Repeal Josh Newman. I'm still waiting. What would you like to tell those working families whose taxes are being raised? You know, I've asked like 5 or 6 times. They still won't tell me what they want to say to the working families in Cudahy and Huntington Park, as well as Torrance, you know, who have to pay this high gas tax. They won't tell me anything.
Well, give them a little while. They'll call their bosses and they come up with an answer. You know, so
sure.
ask them about an hour or two, and then you'll get an answer. All right.
Mm. A guy named Tien gave it to me because I'm against the car tax. Sign petition, end car tax. Repeal Josh Newman. Josh Newman's got to go. He loves illegals more than he does veterans. Can you tell me why do you support allowing the car tax to stay where it is and it goes after working people?
This is about recalling a senator and not a car tax.
It's about both, actually. Do you support morally bankrupt? I have been saying it. I have been saying it. These are not my signs. How am I being deceitful? You know what morally bankrupt is? Taxing working people, claiming it'll help the roads, but it won't. Yep, your campaign is morally bankrupt. They care about $3 million, but they don't care about the billions that are being spent on illegals and public sector pensions.
What's wrong with you?
And I showed him a picture. Yeah. Show him a picture.
Okay, maybe you can tell me. So, what would you like to tell the working people who will be paying a higher gas tax?
We're not even talking about.
Oh, I know, but I just want to ask. I'm trying to get an answer from somebody. You think it's okay to raise higher taxes on working people?
Why are you?
This
is why old people are not fun.
Because I'm saying it right. You support Josh Newman, who raised it. Oh, he ran away. You got another runner.
You got to call the union, man. That's where you're going to get the answer.
Oh, that's right. We work for labor union?
No, I'm a volunteer. I voted for Josh Newman.
Why?
Why? Because I live in the district. I voted for him.
But why? There was Ling Ling Chang. Ling Ling Chang is better.
I'm going to go over there.
Okay, he's going to go over there. Okay, we got another runner.
They're trying to. It's going to cost. Some information. They want to increase your taxes.
They already have. Shame on them. Got to stop this nonsense.
So even the lowest income, you're looking at a minimum of $300 to $500 increase of average per yearly spending. I know, right? I know, right? And they want to take more money.
That's right. And that's outrageous.
Price of a home in Orange County is like $600,000. San Diego, where I'm from, it's actually a little bit lower. I think we're in the $350,000 range. But for somebody that doesn't, that's a long shot. That's a long shot. Right?
Sign the initiative. Recall Josh Newman. Stop the car tax.
Which part? These guys are opposed to it. I know you're opposed to it. No, these guys are opposed to it. Oh, I know. I realize that already.
They're part of the corrupt democracy.
I'm a Republican.
This is a non-partisan.
I'm non-partisan.
I understand.
I'm doing this on the basis of people getting ripped up.
Who's sitting where?
Yeah, that's where I don't have no qualms. I have no qualms about saying who I voted for.
Well, I would sign if I.
But this is for the people in the.
This is for every person.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
There were a couple of Democrats who voted against this car. They voted against it, and they got punished for it. Rudy Salas got kicked off a committee for it. You know, that's how they treat their team.
Well, last time they did a car tax, Gray Davis got recalled.
That's right.
But Jerry Brown's too close to being at the end of his term to do anything about it.
What they could do is stop spending it on illegals. Sign the initiative, end the car tax and get rid of the gas bag. Josh Newman.
I'm okay with paying taxes when it's like ridiculous. I don't want to pay it.
All right. Don't hurt us. Sign the initiative. Stop the car tax, recall the gas bag. I'm not going to grab anybody's anything. It'd be best for you to talk to your team. Okay, so I'm just going to look at the petition for recall, everybody. Yep, there we go. And if anybody needs help, they can go to stopthecartax.org, paid for by Reform California. There you go. And yep, that's it. No more taxes. Got it. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm glad you got it. Yeah. Stop the car tax. Repeal Josh Newman.
Good job.
Stop the car tax. Recall Josh Newman. That's right. Sign the initiative, end the car tax, and recall Josh Newman. What is it?
How can you say that?
Say what?
That it won't do what we say. I think it's a pretty solid fucking plan.
Yeah, it is.
Want to help stop the car and gas tax, boss?
Sign the petition, sign the initiative, recall Josh Newman, stop the car tax.
So we need to start a GoFundMe page to get you like a vest and shit for when you go into them.
I've got Psalm 91 on all the angels with it. Vous parlez français? Français? Un peu? Vous êtes de Québec ou quoi? Vous êtes québécois? Oh, très bien. De Montréal ou quoi?
De Montréal.
Ah, bien sûr. Ah, excellent. C'est très bien. OK, d'accord. Au revoir. Bonne journée.
You guys want to help us stop the car and gas tax?
Recall Josh Newman. You already signed it? Good job. Thank you so much. Recall Josh Newman, stop the car tax. Recall Josh Newman, stop the car tax. These guys want to keep your taxes high. I don't get that. Yeah! I think Josh Newman is toast.
Oh, yeah.
He's gone. Because he won by voter fraud. Let's just cut the crap. Yeah, I mean, come on.
Only like a couple thousand.
But that's my point, voter fraud. This is the same crap that happened to Takara up in Fresno. Same crap that happens up in the 7th district with Ami Brea every time. It's crap. I've had it. We need voter ID in this state. It's ridiculous. They have it in Texas, and
we also need to
Stop the car tax?
and stop illegals.
we need to audit the voter registration.
Oh, I know. Knock out the dead people.
Yeah.
You must have a huge amount of memory in there.
Oh, this is live.
So you have a Wi-Fi station here?
I've got it in there.
Great.
Yeah. The data's inside, so I have unlimited. But I'm I have 4G for a certain period of use, and then it goes to 3G. So then I have to start competing. But I'm good today.
Great.
Yeah.
Their intentions. Right, but I'm also looking at he's judged by his actions and the words he actually says and stands
Right,
by.
and that's what I'm judging him by is his action on trying to pass this tax increase. When we're already 40%, 40% of our gas bill is taxes.
Yeah.
Imagine the price you'd pay per gallon if we didn't have the taxes.
We'd be like Texas. It'd be $2.
187.
187 Texas. I wanted to ask, because you're talking about this presidential, did you vote for Bernie or Hillary?
You mean for the primary?
Yeah.
I voted for Bernie.
And did you vote, what about the general? Did you write in Bernie? Or
No, I didn't.
You voted for Hillary?
No, I didn't.
Who did you vote for? Jill?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was also California, though, and in California, that's...
Well, we got to change that. We got to make sure that Trump and Republicans take... I'm sorry.
I want to make it so that there's more parties involved, because I don't like that we basically have one choice or the other.
You know what I think we should do? We should have what Nebraska and Maine do. They have it's congressional apportionment. So I would support that. You know why? Because Trump would win.
Congressional abortion?
No, apportionment. Oh my God.
Proportion.
That's what Maine. So what happens is every congressional district is an electoral vote, and then whoever wins the state wins those two for the senators. We should have that in California. They would actually. Jill would have been competitive.
So
as Trump.
What?
And Gary Johnson.
There we go, Gary Johnson.
So
Gary Johnson's funny.
But he's not a libertarian.
I don't know what he is, but
that's my point. He's a pot smoking, cap and trading, open borders, abortion, baby killing.
And Trump's not a Republican.
Yes, he is. He has an R after his name. What else do you need? Well, why do you say that?
Well, why do you say Gary Johnson's not a libertarian?
Because his views are so out of concert with the Libertarian Party.
So what's Bernie?
Bernie Sanders, well, he advertises himself as a democratic socialist.
Democratic socialist is different than socialist.
No, please.
In Europe, people laugh when we call him a socialist. They're just like, that dude is centrist.
No, but that's because they're so far left.
Because they have so many different parties to be represented.
That's my point. But the thing, I like our two-party system because actually it allows for liberty. If you're a member like of the Green or the Labour Party in Great Britain and if you don't play along, you get knocked out. They're not independent, I feel, in many ways.
That's a different thing. It has to do with loyalty and the way the party system works in Britain. But like in Europe, like you can say whatever you want to say. Like Macron, who just won. Like that guy, he's a centrist.
He is his own party. He started his own party.
That's awesome to me. Like I
agree, and I think the same thing's going to happen with the Democrats. They're going to implode.
I think the Republicans might too. Freedom Caucus.
We're doing pretty well.
Versus moderates.
Okay. All right. See ya. Okay.
I wanted to.
Oh shoot.
By the way.
Okay. What's your name?
Vincent.
Vincent. I don't diminish being able to help people get health insurance, but it's wrong. Would you not agree? It's wrong that the vast majority of people pay 3 times as much, and then there's a segment that's getting it for free. Is that fair?
I feel like if everybody paid though, like
I'm getting out of the way.
I feel though, if everybody paid, like in single payer, then everybody pays the same price.
But that's not true. If I have cancer, that's different from the allergic reaction. It's still deadly what happened to you, but it's so different, and the costs are different.
But if, say, all the young people are paying and they end up not being sick, all the older people can be taken care of, or anybody who goes through an emergency, and then when they become old, the next generation will help them as well. It's an equalizing balance.
No, it's not. Because in Europe right now, the young population is diminishing. They're not having children. That's a huge problem. There's a population time bomb right now, especially in Japan.
Right. They're going through different things, though, than we are. Like, when it comes to what we're capable of doing, we have way more money than any other country.
Okay. But that's the individuals, not the government. We want to make sure of that very clear distinction. We, the people, we're the ones that have money. The government just takes money. They don't have wealth of their own based on any kind of trade or benefit.
Right. Wait, if you're agreeing with that, then, do you really agree with us increasing the military budget?
Actually, I do.
Why? We have the biggest.
Actually, why? Because we have decrepit warships and other materiel. I would agree that it's not being resourced properly. I don't think we need to be in Germany. I don't think we have to be in South Korea. I do think that we need to be... That's something that's been appealing about Trump, is that he's more isolationist, actually.
But he just increased the war budget.
We're allowed to protect ourselves. We also need to deal with
the...
Actually, it's happened 3 times already on land. 1812, 1941, and then 9/11. We have a right to demonstrate peace through strength.
9/11 wasn't done by a country. It was done by individuals.
It was done by a terrorist group, fair enough. But it was an attack, a clear international attack on our soil.
And no country would ever attack the United States.
Well, you never know. We've got all of the stuff happening. And we also have a right to. Part of the reason why is that we demonstrate peace through strength.
You do see, though, that like the next 5 biggest military budgets are our allies.
Yeah, and thank God for that.
Right.
Because we shouldn't have to be everywhere.
Right, and that's why I'm saying, like...
But I would agree with you.
Hi, Arthur.
We have got to streamline the military budget.
Nice talking.
Merci encore. Au revoir. We really have to streamline the budget. There's massive waste. I agree with you. We can be efficient. Donald Trump's already done that. When we were negotiating for a new fleet of planes with Boeing, he forced the price down. So we need more of that. I agree.
But he still put more into the military budget.
That's fine. I go back to it again. Part of the reason that budget increase happened is because we've got so many decrepit ships, planes. But we have to replace it.
You do have to replace it, but we don't have the budget to replace it. If you get rid of the things that we're already paying a lot of money for, use that money.
We need to talk about that too. I don't think the government should be in the entitlement program or the pension program or the Social Security business. I think states should be making that decision. I think we need to reintegrate responsibility where you and I, this is what happened 150 years ago. Men and women took responsibility for their futures and saved. Now we have a generation with the baby boomers, for example, they have no money saved. They're expecting to live off of Social Security or pensions. That's wrong because you can't continue a redistributionist scheme where individuals are living off of future generations paying in. It goes back to that single payer proposal you've made. We have huge shocks in the stock market or in the economy in general, which create huge problems.
We've seen shocks come from usually greedy people making bad decisions.
Okay, so you would agree. Okay, give me an example.
So, like when it comes to, for example, I would agree with free market if the people who are in charge of the free market, which is everybody, had less of a greedy mentality. I have a grandfather, for example.
Okay.
He, small business owner.
Great.
Very successful. He worked for a company, quit, took all the money he got from it. He got big bonuses.
Good.
And literally started a company for himself.
Right.
Wine distribution. He and a bunch of wealthy individuals get together every year and they pull in money to do some kind of community project. And I'm not talking like little things. They build parks, they build riverfronts, they build apartments, they build all these things. And and I'm just like, why? And he said, what kind of person would I be if the country that allowed me to become who I am, I didn't give back to it in some way or another.
Now he chooses to do it, right?
Right.
Okay.
And he told me that the issue today, because he's a Republican, by the way, he is a Republican. I call him an old school Republican. He told me the issue we have today, because I told him, Grandpa, you're a dying breed. Where if you make money, you believe you should give back to your community out of your own free will. That doesn't exist anymore.
Okay. So there's a couple things I'd like to respond to. First of all, the market system isn't something where there's overarching control. It's a system. It's a dynamic trade exchange. Catalytics is a more complicated term that describes the trade system, the invisible hand that Adam Smith talked about. So that's one thing, right? That's the first thing I want to take about. There's no overarching power in a free market. It's a matter of voluntary exchange. Right. Second of all, what makes the market work? Business owners, just hear me out. It is greed in the sense of I want to make money. So if we're like greed is good, that's the idea behind that. Now, there's a difference between greed, like I want to make more money, versus greed, which is I want to break the law, steal from people, cheat.
Which is what a lot
I
think of them are doing today.
Now, the free market, that mechanism of trade, exchange, and for an economy actually punishes greedy people like you're talking about. When Enron was selling energy to itself and bilking consumers, they got busted for it, and the price share dropped. The CEO went to jail because he committed crimes, and the company imploded. That's the power of the free market. And of course, free market doesn't mean that there isn't a role for the state enforcing laws and enforcing contracts. You commit a crime, you hit somebody, you beat somebody, that's wrong. If there's a contract of an agreement of a wage is decided upon between employer and employee, and the employer doesn't pay, that's why you go to court to ensure a contract is enforced.
Okay. Then
now, regarding the donations, a lot. What you're talking about, like businesses reinvesting in the community, this happens all over Los Angeles. In fact, the police encouraged small business owners to do that.
What about the big ones?
They do that all the time, and look at what Bill Gates does, for example. He also puts a lot of money into political initiatives.
He does. Him, Warren Buffett. There's a bunch of billionaires who do it, but all of them?
And do they have to?
I'm not saying they have to, but
here's the other thing. I'm sorry, you finish and then I'll respond.
Monopolies.
Oh, okay. There's two monopolies. There's private monopoly and then there's public monopoly. So let's take those two. So private monopolies, they phase out just as quick as they form. Standard Oil is probably an example you know about. They took the price of kerosene from $10 down to 4 per gallon or liter. They actually took it down a cost. Monopolies can't just private with no government backing. They can't arbitrarily raise and lower prices. Why? Let's take a more intimate example. Coffee. I don't know if you're a coffee drinker or a soda drinker. So if people decided to charge $100 a bag for coffee, people will change their habits. They just won't drink coffee unless you're like a total coffee nut.
Which some of those.
And you have the money for it. And so businesses just can't arbitrarily raise and lower prices. We have the power to. The consensus that emerges independently is, I ain't paying that much money. McDonald's, for example, notice how they lower the cost of drinks during the summer. They want to bring people in, like it's $1 for any size drink, for example. So that's how the system works. It's not some arbitrary, it's not like a couple of oligarchs come together and say, we're going to try to set prices this way. They can try to, but it never works. So that's the first thing about private monopoly. Right. And not only that, but invention, intuition comes in. People can find cheaper ways to produce coffee or provide it. And so competition immediately emerges. I want to make money. And then competition emerges. So that's private monopoly. They don't last very long, and they have to still ultimately comply with consumer taste. Public monopoly is where you and I think have a problem. Why? Because they have government subsidy coming in, giving them money, or worse, they pass laws that punish small businesses. The Sherman Antitrust Act, for example, ironically, it was a big business proposal to push out competition. So there's one example of it, and greed is a good thing. The free market actually ensures that greed doesn't hurt customers because it punishes bad businesses.
I think.
If you disagree, tell me why.
Well, I think to an extent, a lot of what you said is true. But when it comes to a lot of the big companies today that are starting to buy up all kinds of different businesses,
okay,
why haven't we broken them up?
Give me an example. How about this one? Walmart? Would you accept Walmart as an example?
I think Walmart just has really, really bad practices with paying their workers.
Okay, but your issue is a valid one. People protest a Walmart coming into their communities because it will shut down the other businesses, right?
Small businesses especially.
Well, here, that's sometimes true and it's sometimes not true. It actually depends on every small business. That's the nature of competition. Am I willing to change something so that I can induce customers to come in and buy my products? Why business owners will they'll go to great lengths to stop competition because then they have to change their practices.
Right, but when it comes to small businesses, that's an unfair competition.
Why?
Well, think about it. Walmart has the resources and the ability to get cheaper products from other countries. While small businesses, there's a higher likelihood that they're probably buying American. Maybe because the business owner believes, I want to buy American, and I want the people to be buying American products because that means jobs for Americans.
Okay.
Walmart, having people in other countries building these things, does it make things cheaper? Yeah, but then they pay their workers so little that the lady who was talking about the welfare office, many Walmart workers have to do that. Why? Because they don't offer full-time jobs. Like, I like Costco.
Okay.
Costco pays their workers like, 15, 16
You've
bucks?
given me a couple of points. I'd like to respond to them. So you're offended by this concept of somebody offering cheap products. Those small businesses are able to cash in on that. I don't sell cheap products. Come over to me. I worked at a grocery store.
I gotta take this.
That's fine. Nice to meet you. Let me give you my card. You're an Orange County resident, I gather? I won't say anything. Privacy matters, I get it.
I'm on my way.
I know, there you go. All right, thanks a lot.
Gino.
Okay, got it. Right there, San Bernardino. All right. Okay, Vincent, it was good to be able to talk to you.
It's the people in the center that are from the left and the right that make it to the center that are going to be able to get rid of this fucking conflict that we have between the Republican and the Democrat. It's the moderators and the mediators.
They need to start coming to the table and agreeing to do something that makes it work for both sides. They need to stop having this win-lose mentality. They need to have a mentality of, you know what, we both disagree, but let's agree that for the people, we got to do something that works for all of our people.
You know, the last time we had a problem with the representatives in California, they all jumped on fucking horses and rode up there and kicked their asses out. Now it's at that point here.
You talking about like in the 1870s? Yeah. We need like another.
I'll buy a horse just for the occasion.
We need another bear flag revolt. We really do. They are so damn arrogant. Here's-
or stop signing gas tax.
Yay! Thank you. End the gas tax, repeal. Josh Newman. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But we got to get their money, especially on single payer. It's nuts. We got to get them on board. Thank God. I know. Fire Josh Newman. What time is it?
It's 20 to 12.
Got it.